Hello and welcome to My Take with John Britt. I am John Britt. So on this last day of 2020, whatever the year brought you, some I know it was great. They got to spend time with family. Others, it was turmoil. Businesses lost, money lost, houses lost, family members lost. Whatever it was that it brought you, one thing that a new year usually brings is hope and the possibilities of what a new year brings. We sit around and talk about what are we going to do differently, and we come up with new resolutions. Number one resolution, according to my calendar from this year's last date, 1 in 5 is to lose weight. It's a great resolution, definitely in this time of American obesity and overweightness. It's a great resolution, but one that I really want to look at more today is the aspect of reading. One thing that shook me when I saw this stat was the average house of privilege has 50 books. This is exactly 50 kids' books. Grabbed them out of my library, out of my kids' library. This is what they straight out say is privilege to the average American household, is 50 books. To me, that's kind of a little sad. That 50 books is the difference between poverty level and high degree level. Considering the cost of books are extremely cheap. You can pick up kids' books at a used store for 10 cents a copy. You can get them on eBay for extremely cheap. Yard sales I've been to where they just give books out. We have a book sale in our local town that literally, if you go in with a kid, they just give you a kid's book. So there really is no excuse for not every kid in this country to have books in their house. I can't think of a single excuse. Definitely when we start looking at the cost of some other books, when people go, dude, no one buys books anymore. President Obama's book in the first week sold literally 887,000 copies the first day. It sold 1.7 million copies the first week. Depending on the cost of the price of the books, is anywhere from $24 was the cheapest I found to $45, which was the solid full price. That means Americans and Canadians spent anywhere from $39 million to $76 million on President Obama's book. So there is no excuse when we go, people aren't buying books anymore. There's no money for books. And then you look at that stat and you go, yeah, people are buying books. If you have a household and you don't have books, then don't get a Starbucks today and get a book. Why am I looking at books? Because the average time of reading books has massively gone down. From 2003, the average was 22 minutes of reading time per day. Now the average in 2018 was 16 minutes per day. Now, depending on what group we're looking at that, one of the biggest drops was from non-high school graduates. And that literally went from 18 minutes per day to 8 minutes per day. But let's just not pick on them. Let's look at actually college graduates also. Their time from 2003 went from literally 39 minutes per day of reading to 28 minutes in 2018. The only group that really stayed consistent in reading is the group of over 65. Their average is still at 36 minutes per day, the highest average of any group. Now, why am I looking at this? Because America has lost interest in reading. And why is reading so important? Well, look at the places it can take you. Look at the imagination that comes out from reading. All these kids' books take kids to another place. No matter what book you're reading, I threw some books here together. If you're looking at the new political books, or you're looking at how to live your life a little bit better, or you take an actor and how he's lived his life with Michael J. Fox, or if you just want to have a story to cry a little bit, or if you want to have that romance novel with Nicholas Sparks. I mean, he's got like 800 of these books out there, all made into movies. So, whatever it is, if you want to look at something to get your life better with, just day things of making your bed. Or if you want to look back and learn from the past, books take you to a place that literally you can go anywhere that you can't really go to. One book that I found that was funny is In the Nice Wonderful Things of Picking on the Governor was the French Laundry Cookbook. So just in case you can't actually, get to the French Laundry because you don't have $800 to spend on food for the night, you can just pick up the French Laundry Cookbook and make it yourself. Save yourself $800, and you can actually have it without 22 of your closest friends and, hang out at nighttime and make something from the French Laundry, cook it yourself, and not get in trouble by the government. So whatever it is that it takes you to, wherever it is that you want to go, books have that ability to do it. So my challenge to all of us is to read more. Encourage our kids to read more. Encourage our teenagers to read more. And the best way to do that is show by example. So I hope that all of us, we take that average and we up it in our own lives. We read more and we get something from it. Whatever it is that you decide to read something. Get out there and read something today. Let's make our next year a great year, but only you can do that. So let's look at all the positive things that did come from 2020, what we can learn in our own lives, and make 2021 the greatest year that we have. God bless us all. Thank you for watching my take. Have an amazing day.